Size enough. What a great atmosphere here is at Cofton Park. Some 10,000 people here in the park, athletes, friends and family and spectators. Very knowledgeable crowd as well. Really, they understand the great athletics they're seeing and the huge preparation that's gone into every single one of the athletes competing here today. Anyway, we better get back to the start line. Our next event, the under-15 boys event, 4.5 kilometre course, is about to get underway, so it's back to your commentators.
Well, a good start then for a good start.
Well, this is the under-15 boys.
Very good start by a big field.
So this is the stampede at the start of the under-15s. The English champion going into this is Adam Howard, probably the race favourite, running for Greater Manchester. Unbeaten this year in point of fact, so no international selections off the back of this event. But the conclusion of the McCain series, which Howard is also leading ahead of Jack Crabtree of East Cheshire and Matthews the Scot running for Scotland West. And as John said, fantastic support. It's a very mobile crowd, so anybody that's already raced or is warming up will be cheering for their colleagues. They may be arch club rivals, but for this day, just for this day, they are all in the same county teams. So we mentioned before that this is a deceptive opening incline. It gets steeper and steeper towards the top. Very easy to overcook the opening 2 minutes of running. But of course, once the damage is done, you can't get the toothpaste back in the tube. And this is an age group where a few early glory seekers may find that they have a little bit of payback time further into the course. Just on the left-hand side of the shot there in the colours of Scotland West, you can see Ahmed Hassan, who we'll pick up on.
Yes, indeed, Hassan is one of the favourites here, the Scottish champion. Adam Howard, of course.
Well, as well as all the racing that's going on the course, there's also lots of action going on here in the village. Lots of athletes milling around. I'm with athletes from which county?
Bedfordshire.
And how's Bedfordshire going?
Really good at the moment, yeah.
Yeah. You won any medals today?
I don't know, I'm not sure.
And how have you personally got on?
Well, I haven't raced yet, but yeah, good.
Good. And tell me, the Bedfordshire team spirit, good today?
Yeah, it's very good. We're hoping we all win something, yeah.
And you came up last night, or has it been a big early start and coach journey from this morning?
Yeah, it's pretty early start. We've gone for hours and we're hoping to, yeah.
But a real highlight of your cross-country year, which event are you in?
The under-15s.
Feeling confident?
Yeah. Yeah, really, yeah.
Good. All right. Well, best of luck to all of you from Bedfordshire. Thanks for talking to us. Let's get back to the action, that under-15 boys event now.
Well, I can update you on the team outcome because we draw great attention to the colours that are in action. In the senior women's team competition, it was Hampshire that won with 170 points for their scorers ahead of northeastern counties, then Surrey, Yorkshire, Scotland East and Middlesex. So another win for Hampshire, and they also provided the individual champion Charlotte Purdue, and Mick Woods is having his day of days.
Well, he certainly is. It's a real thrill to see Adam Howard of Greater Manchester. He's unbeaten this season. The Scottish athlete from Scotland West, Ahmed Hassan, also unbeaten this season. But the rest of the field just strung out now, as you can see, is a real test. There were, what, about almost 500 entries for this race. Not all of them have actually appeared here, but the 10,000 crowd assembled around this course looking very, very good form indeed today. The weather is good, the course is challenging, but it's flat. But certainly the race itself going very, very much to the form book here with Adam Howard leading. Howard, very, very small lead though, as 1.731. The diminutive figure there of James Murdoch of Middlesex tucked in on the middle there. 1.721 is a young man who's been in contention right the way through. And that's Matthew Shirling of Merseyside. He's there. And Hassan on the inside, totally unbeaten for 28 races in 2010, winning 1.809 on the right of your shot. And obviously the race should be on paper between him and Adam Howard. Howard also unbeaten. So you've got the English champion in the orange strip, you've got the Scottish champion, that's 1819, and then 1809, the Scottish champion, contesting against each other. So one of them, their record is going to go today.
I think it's appropriate, Stuart, just to mention, as we see the contrast in heights between James Murdoch of Middlesex there in third and Ahmed Hassan. One of the most impressive performances I watched all summer was Hassan in Scotland running a solo 4:01 for 1500 metres at the Scottish Schools Championships. He's a Somalian refugee based in East Glasgow, a member of the Shettleston Club. Remember, that was Mo Farah's journey 10-15 years ago. Lots of people are doubting whether he's 15 years old, whether he's actually authenticated on his birth certificate or is actually older. It's not his fault, and I think he's a prodigious athlete. He'll have to run in the competition that is deemed available to him, and good luck to him, because he's come from a difficult background into club athletics, into almost international athletics, and as you say, is having a tremendous season. But I think when you just see him alongside some of the smaller competitors, James Murdoch, you realise what a growth spurt age group this one is anyway.
Yeah, it is. The obvious signs are there for you, aren't they? But incidentally, you mentioned Mo Farah, representing Middlesex. He won this race. He also won the under-17. He won the under-20 twice, and of course the rest is history, of course. He won this senior race last year, and he's competing at the European Indoor Championships this weekend over 3,000 metres. But certainly Adam Howard of Greater Manchester has a real pedigree and is one of the favourites, obviously. Kent, Scotland, West and Yorkshire in that order in terms of the team last time. And Adam Howard, incidentally, heads the McCain ranking. So that's given you a full rundown on what's in store here, and Howard it is that is the leader at the moment, alongside Matthew Shirling of Merseyside. No real form on him, but certainly a young man who's come here. And we're looking at around about 15 minutes of running, I guess, in this race. But Ahmed Hassan has sat in the background, the light blue strip has sat there, and it looks as though he really is full of running. There's no question about that.
Well, he has amazing speed. If it does come down to the last 300-metre run-in, it will be Hassan, almost no question. This is actually, although we haven't got a lot on Shirling, this is a renewal of the Northern Championships when it was Howard against Shirling, and Howard prevailed on that occasion, as he has all winter. But we've seen in these age groups events today and also in previous editions that sometimes the English champion, the Southern champion, those that have gone unbeaten have just stretched their seasons a little bit too far, and this can be the downslope at the end of just one too many races. And for Shirling, he'll be hoping that he can turn the tables and just giving it a go.
Well, Shirling looks to be making a bit of an effort here, doesn't he? Trying to pull away from the two principals, really. Let's be honest. I mean, the form athletes are in second and third. And James Murdoch, 1731 from Middlesex. Tiny figure. And now you can see the pressure coming on. You can see that Adam Howard's recognised. And Ahmed Hassan's dropped out. Held his stomach and dropped out. And the Scottish champion, the man unbeaten, has gone. And all of a sudden, Adam Howard now takes on Matt Shirling of Merseyside. So the English national cross-country champion has taken over the lead for Greater Manchester. And certainly one of the men I thought would contend, that's Ahmed Hassan, who we said has got the terrific finish, has suffered, and all of a sudden he'd gone.
Well, these aren't the regular vests we see at the front, so this is terrific for these two teams, for Merseyside and for Greater Manchester. If it was a football match, there'd be a bit of needle in there. In this one, you would expect it to be the orange vest of Adam Howard for Greater Manchester who would prevail, but Shirling there for Merseyside is hanging on at the moment. And just as I say that, he hits the gears, doesn't he? Look at this.
Yeah, he's hit the gears, and Shirling's head's gone back, and you can see that he's really struggling a little bit now in the wake of the man who won the English title in the dreadful conditions of Alton Towers. Terrible conditions, but he's coming through now to win. The form book, it's gone with the form book, really. Howard takes it, and takes it comfortably. And Matthew Shirling, good run from him in second place. Very good run from him. And I would think James Murdoch looked as though, yes, the diminutive figure turns in. Look at that. Once he saw that there was no one inside, he just put the burners on and down the straightway he came. And that's a very, very good third finish for him coming into that. And it looks like Sean Chalmers, 1806, Scotland North coming through behind him, and then Jermaine Coleman of Lancashire. Well, this is how it all began. The mass start, of course, that rush up the hill. Once they got to this stage, then there were 3 or 4 in contention, particularly Adam Howard, and that's the diminutive figure there of James Murdoch. And this was the point at which Ahmed Hassan dropped out. Obviously with a stomach problem, he held his stomach and just dropped out so close to the end. It's a shame for him, but Adam Howard comes through and wins in fine style. It went very much with the form book.
So 6 more races still remaining at these inter-counties cross-country